Raj Annaya every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Bolly 92.3 FM.
On Bolly 92.3 FM, it's time to get up close and personal with Bay Area real estate. I'm Vijay Lakshmi. Namaskar, Bay Area. Welcome to Real Estate Roundup, brought to you by Realtor Nagraj Anaya, the founder of nagrajhomes.com, your one stop for all things real estate. If you are making your way through the real estate maze, or you're contemplating jumping in as a buyer, as a seller, as an investor, as a renter, join us in this conversation with your questions, your clarifications. And if you've successfully managed to navigate your way through it all, we'd love to hear your observations and your experiences in getting through the process. Studio lines are open now. You can call in at 408-912-5038. That number 408-912-5038. Call in and let's get this conversation going. Hello, Nagraj. Happy Sunday.
Hello Vijay Lakshmi, hello Bay Area, happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great day out there. And any questions on the Bay Area real estate, we are live on a Bolly 92.3. Do give us a call and we're happy to take your calls and answer anything on the real estate. Our studio line numbers, as Vijay Lakshmi mentioned, is 408-912-5038. And we're going to discuss some interesting topics, what's happening in the Bay Area real estate.
Mm-hmm. So you heard it here first. I mean, we're always talking about what really goes on, what's hot
Yes.
happening in the market, and of course, no holds barred. So call in again 408-912-5038. And Nagraj, I came across this article which talked about Zillow and Redfin estimating that house prices are plummeting. Now, is that been your observation? And
That's
what
a
are you seeing
valid
out there?
question. That's a valid question, Vijay Lakshmi. So what's happening in, right? Let's start with a few comparisons. What I noticed in, right? That would be a great thing to start. The one house in 9512 zip code, 95128 zip code in San Jose. That's 1198 Whitehall Avenue. Was listed for 1.6 million. Redfin numbers were 1.847.
Mm-hmm.
1.847 million, and Zillow estimate was 1.696 million. Okay, but the house got a 7 offers last week and it
Okay.
sold for 1.8 million.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So you can look around. Redfin numbers are always high. Redfin numbers, it's a 1.847, and Zillow's were conservative 1.696. And let me give you one more example in couple of in Santa Clara also. 2785 Warburton Avenue in Santa Clara. This is listed for close to 1.8, and it's been 45 days in the market. 45 days in the market.
Mm-hmm.
It was listed for 1.85 million, but they reduced at 50,000, and the current value is 1.8 million. Redfin
Okay.
numbers are 1.842 million, and
Mm-hmm.
Zillow numbers are close to 1.864 million.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But we put an offer for 1.6 because house needs a lot of upgrades, but the seller expectations are 2 million.
Mm. Okay.
Seller numbers are 2 million.
2
Anything
million.
lesser, they don't. We gave an account for 1.85, but the seller says I need 2 million.
Wow. Okay.
One more in the Santa Clara, it's been listed, Flora Vista Avenue, listed for 2 million. When you walk into the house,
Mm.
it needs total upgrades. It's a
Mm.
150K upgrades, or a
Wow.
little bit higher depending on the contractor who you hire.
Yeah.
Equity numbers are 1.97 million. Zillow numbers are 1.951 million. It's 1,800 square footage. Maybe the house was very good. House was really good. It would have gone close to a 2 million because it's an east facing home and it's a close to 7,000 square footage.
Mm.
What you're looking in here, Redfin numbers, Zillow numbers, anything are not making sense
Mm.
because it doesn't know what is the house inside. Does the house needs an upgrade? It doesn't
Ah.
count in.
Okay.
It just basically going based on the half mile radius comparison.
Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm.
So listeners, if you're buying a house,
Mm.
Redfin, Zillow, or any other estimates is just an estimate based on the last last 3 months sales, half mile radius. It doesn't even account. Sometimes it's in a condo, or even
Yeah.
might be sometimes even a townhouse, or it doesn't even count even based on the upgrades. It just
Mm.
purely divide a math per square footage, number of days in the market. Number of days in the market also matters for it, and how many people, how many views are in that house, how many saves are there. Based on that, the numbers matters. Even the
Okay.
estimates what you received from the nagarajhomes.com also, right? It is just an estimate based on the last half mile radius, or
Mm.
again the comparisons again. So
Yeah.
that is why all the estimates are not accurate. You need to
Mm.
look at the house, what are the number of upgrades they have need, and facing of the house. All based on that, we go for it. Because
Okay.
as I discussed earlier, also April time frame, March time frame was the peak,
Yeah.
was the peak.
That's right.
From
Mm-hmm.
January, it was picking up. April, March are picking up. Now it's going to cool down. So we are expecting, because if somebody would have expected the Whitehall Avenue, I just told you, the 95128, sellers' expectations was close to 1.85.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
To get even a 1.8, we put
Yeah.
an offer for 1.7. They got
Mm-hmm.
one offer for 1.77, and the seller was okay to negotiate somewhere, so to get even for 1.8. 1.8 even was a stretch, because it's peaked up prices. So don't
Yeah.
expect even for you to go for 1.85. House is really good. Location matters. Always in
But
the real estate, location
yeah.
matters.
But don't take these reports
Don't
at
take these numbers and always just go
face.
define and put it in. And I think I would like to visit, talk about more couple of cities also. I would like to talk about Fremont and other cities also. Listeners,
Yeah.
if you have any questions, we are live on a Bali 92.3. You can give us a call. Our studio line numbers of 408-912-5038. And there's one more listing in 860 McCready Avenue. This is listed for close to $1 million, 860
Mm.
McCreary Avenue. Redfin numbers are 1.05 million. Zillow numbers are close to even 1.02 million. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But house doesn't consider is next to a freeway.
Okay. Oh, so
Uh,
it doesn't factor
It,
that in.
it doesn't consider is next to a freeway. And it
Mm-hmm.
is like basically based on the list price, based on the last comparables, it just goes and sell. Because always next to a freeway, it's a 50,000 less.
Right, right, right.
One more house
Yes.
in Fremont was listed for 1,200 square footage. List was for 1.25. Estimates were closed showing to 1.394. It got zero offers and house didn't sell. It went into house got unsold.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Zillow
Mm-hmm.
numbers were close to 1.32. Redfin numbers
Yeah.
were close to 1.38.
Mm-hmm.
House didn't get sold.
Yeah. So
Estimates
that's
are
good
just
that you're bringing it to our notice because a lot of people just stick with these estimates, right? They take it as like the line, the
just
golden.
a reference.
Mm,
It just when the
yeah.
market is doing good, maybe you might cross that reference. But only
Yes.
thing is, as a seller, they consider that as the ballpark number, or that's the number to sell for. When the house needs an upgrade, the seller also needs to be kind of conservative on that.
Mm, right, right, right. So, folks, if you are just joining us, you're listening to Real Estate Roundup, our weekly show that really takes you gives you a peek into Bay Area real estate, the highs and lows, and what you need to know before you venture into it. And of course, your calls are welcome. We're talking, as always, to Nagraj Anaya, your trusted Bay Area tech realtor and the founder of nagrajhomes.com. And if you have any questions around real estate, your own experiences, or you are sort of wondering whether this is the good time to jump in, whether to buy or to sell, call us in the studios. 408-912-5038 is the number. And of course, Nagraj, more than happy to guide you through any questions and quandaries you may have. So keep those calls coming in. Again, 408-912-5038, or visit nagarajhomes.com. That's Nagaraj homes.com. And that there's a wealth of information. Like Nagaraj mentioned, there is what is that? The selling, process
Estimate.
right there.
Yes.
Estimates are there. That if you have a sense of, what your home could sell for, or you want to know the close to accurate valuation, or you want to know Bay Area real estate guide, the home buying and selling process. It's all there laid out for you. So whatever direction you want to go towards in real estate, be sure you check out nagrajhomes.com. Yes, Nagraj. So, another question, right, of yesterday was a quite a tough day in terms of Trump's,
A very
assassination
sad thing
attempt.
to see in this assassination
Yes.
attempts. What's happened for the Trump?
Yeah,
Nobody should take these things to go such an extreme, right? I
that's
think
right.
it's a very
Yeah,
sad stuff. What's happening in this country right now? Uh,
yeah.
uh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
So,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
very shocking and should not be happening at any level. I mean, whatever the politics and whatever, your assessment of the
correct.
person, this is totally not
Not acceptable.
acceptable at all.
Yeah.
Zero acceptance for this. But given, going forward, coming to November and all of that, and a hypothetical Trump win, will that, you think, boost the real estate market? What are your thoughts on that?
I think this is going to be a second Trump term, right? Like if he's going to be basically selected, the price of housing will what is general trend, what's they're expecting is in general interest rates and housing market always do well with the Republicans in the office. Okay, I think it's safe to say the same would be true if Trump wins a re-election.
Hmm.
For many Americans, the issue of affordability and accessibility in the housing is been always been kind of we are seeing its affordability. They're trying to address. Each government comes in, but nobody has been successful because inflation has been so high, and affordability is becoming so tough. For normal Americans, it's becoming tough to get it because
Yes,
everybody is not a software engineer who can make it 200 grants or like
that's right.
more than
Mm-hmm.
200. There are even the school teachers who are making around close to 100K, 120K. For them also, the affordability wise, we need to think about what
Mm-hmm.
are the things we can do it. Even for the old people, for 55 plus homes, they have done some affordability wise like 55 plus homes, but again, it is not many buyers are there to take it out there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for the affordability wise, even and for the school teachers, they have made some school programs also, like by giving an 100 like 20% down payment assistance. But even there, the competitions are so high.
Mm-hmm.
Competitions are so high.
Yeah.
Interest rates are not cheaper anymore. So it becomes a tough for the school teachers also. For me, always I think about the school teachers because they are the one who needs an assistance here, because
Yeah.
they are the one who's laying down the foundations for the students out there. If
Very true.
we can't help them out, if nobody is coming to work in the schools, you can think about the society where we are going to. All
Yeah,
public
yeah.
schools, I think we should give them the highest preference for them,
Yes.
because they should be treated very well so that they can also afford and they can get the house and they can stay in the hot and happening cities
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so that they can drive the our future generation.
Very true. Very true.
So we need to look after that. And coming back to your original question, do you think the Republicans are like coming down to Trump? Yeah, we are expecting the rates to go down. Once the rates goes down in general trend, housing prices will go up.
Mm-hmm.
And number of homes to sell also, because people who have bought a homes right now, they're going to refinance it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So since we know that already people 2 years back who logged in a rates for the lowest in 2 3 years back was the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
We never know that we can get back to that again 2% in the life,
Right.
because some of them are even locked for 1%, what I know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But
So
what
tell me something, you're talking about all of this, like the affordability being so tough for people, right? So then in this situation, is there anything that we can even get in the sub $1 million range? And should we keep waiting for that single family home, or should we just take that first step, bite the bullet, and go in for the townhouse if necessary? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's one of the good thing. I think that's a very good question. I think we'll touch upon that. Let's finish off this Trump stuff. So, like, as I told you, affordability and accessibility in housing will be decisive factors in the upcoming election.
Mm-hmm.
But as I told you already, rates might come down again depending on the inflation stuff, how it's going on. So once it goes, Bay Area is already highest among. We have read the news, Santa Clara County being the highest in the US market right now.
Highest for
Highest housing prices in the US market.
housing price. Yes.
Okay. So all this noticing it with even this higher interest rates, right now the interest rates are 6.25. Even a 0.5%, 1% drop, 1% drop, you can notice what would be the change.
Right,
The
right, right.
buyers who is already a little bit relaxing. And one more thing is, we always talk about existing buyers. Every year there are a lot of college students passing. Basically, they're getting jobs. And
Mm.
they are again, they'll come into a competition. One more H1B folks are coming, a lot of H1B folks moves in. Number of buyers are coming in is more itself. It is not going to reduce for you. I was talking to one of the engineers last time. He's just what he has done a PhD. He works in one of the good tech companies. His pay scale is close to 220K, 230. The base pay is 220K, 230K. Not even
Mm.
considering the RSU's part.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I was telling you, all these government peoples and teachers, everybody,
Yeah.
for them, we need to see how we can make the affordability. And coming back to your another question, is it
Yeah.
like, is it a great idea to buy a townhouses? I
Yeah.
would suggest it's a great thing. Look for that, because some of the buyers calls me, Nagaraj, I have a 1 million. I want a single family home in South Bay.
Yeah.
I'm always I don't want to say no, and
Yes.
always I'm kind of dishearten them it is not available.
Yeah.
But I should give them some hope. It is there, but
Yes.
when that kind of homes are available, are you okay to consider that homes? Because it
Mm.
might be next to a freeway. It house might be needs a fixer upper. Are you willing to take that kind of homes?
Mm.
Certainly not. Certainly no.
Right.
Because as a first-time home buyer, already you are committed for a $1 million and close to a monthly of 5,000 payments right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to take it? No. Instead of that, hats off to one of the buyer recently. He bought a 2-bed, 2-bath in a Fremont condo for 750K.
Mm. Yeah.
Even for this one connecting to a Zillow estimate. Zillow estimate shows 790, but we were able to negotiate it for 756K.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2-bed, 2-bath condo in Fremont, very close to hot and happening stuffs, right? So I think that's a great thing. You can't keep on waiting for a single family homes, or otherwise, if you want single family homes, consider moving out of maybe 30 miles, move to the East Bay, or even the
Oh.
Gilroy right now is unaffordable correctly, and even the some parts of the Morgan Hill or San
Yeah.
Martin areas,
Mm.
or consider even the East Bay like Tracy,
Yeah.
Lathrop, Manteca.
So you'd have to consider moving out. That's the only
Yeah, because
way.
single family homes are tough to get under 1 million. You might
Mm-hmm.
get it. There was one example, just want to give you an example. In Cupertino, everybody says Cupertino homes were more than 2 million. There was one
Mm.
listing came out 2 months back, or 2 months back, it was 373 square footage, sold for 1.7 million.
Whoa.
But as a first time home buyer, are you willing to take that under 2 million, that 1.7 million listing? No,
Mm.
because you think a lot of upgrades needs to be done.
Right. Right. Yeah.
For the same thing applies for people who wants to buy for 1.5, 1.6. We
Mm-hmm.
always thought 1.5, 1.6 is a good number.
Yeah.
But even there, to get a completely ready home is difficult there. There
Right.
also needs a compromise for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
So
right.
in this case, again, coming like for 1 million, if you can't buy it, I think the options are the townhouse or
Mm.
the condos. Even you can't get a good townhouse 3-bedroom, but for you the requirement is just 2-bed. Just get started now.
Yeah.
So one listing was there for in Fremont, and this buyers had bought it for what in 2015 for close to 600K. Even
Yeah.
if you blindly close and sell it now, they can get it for 900K.
Right, right, right.
The house prices in close to 9 years, it's jumped up for close to what, 400K now.
Wow. Okay.
Appreciation is an ice on the cake, because
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't get appreciation, the 5 to 6 years the rental what you pay every month, a 3,000 rental for a month is, for a year it's a 36,000. If you're
Mm-hmm.
staying in a 10 years in the rental, it would cost you a 360K.
Wow. Mm. Yeah. When
You
you
get
put
a
it like that, it makes,
If you
yeah.
get an appreciation, it's better. If you don't even get an appreciation, just sell it out after 5 6 years. You can break it even. That's the way you can start. Instead of keep on waiting for in a single family home for 1 million. I was talking to him, like you said, Nagaraj, I started with 800K. Now I moved to a 1 million. Maybe
Mm.
3 years back, I can get it for I was able to get something. Still, I can get a 1 million homes in San Jose,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it needs an upgrades.
Right, right, right.
Because to even to do the upgrades, you need a money. And there's one
Yes.
more way I kept on telling you, like, was the auctions. You can go to an auctions and still get the homes under 1 million, but
Mm-hmm.
auctions you need full cash.
Mm. Okay.
So
Full
that might
cash.
be tough. Correct. So
Yeah.
in that cases, instead of taking such a big risk, start with something smaller, get a feel of your home. If
Get
some
a foot
good
in the door first,
get
and then you
if,
can always
yeah, if
get.
something good things happens in that house, like you
Mm.
might be getting a job, better job, wife also starts working, that makes a difference for you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So
Extra income.
what do you think about this? San Jose has become like the first city in the state to really allow property owners to sell ADUs on their property. So, which is kind of a good thing, but what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, listeners, I'm Nagaraj Annaya. We are live on a Bolly 92.3. And if you have any questions on the real estate, we have still some more minutes left. You can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 408-912-5038. We keep on reminding on the numbers, is like somebody asked the immediate questions, right? And it's a free stuff. You can give us a call so that you can help the society also, or the community also. That's the reason we give out the number, so that we can address your questions. So coming back to your ADUs, right?
Mm,
Yeah, that's a good thing about right now. Like, you can build an ADUs in your existing lot, and you can subdivide it. Not no need of subdivide. You can basically sell as a condos. It would be basically condo ownership.
mm.
So
Because
you
both of the parties have to form like a
yeah.
homeowners association and
So
create
that's
an
a good thing,
agreement.
because that addresses the one of the affordability stuff which I brought in, right? And
Mm,
because a lot of home buyers who can't buy, maybe that is a good thing in a one lot, maybe two homes or three homes, but there is a lot of rollout from the existing neighbors also, because more homes in the house, then the more cars, right? So that is also, existing neighbors should be like, they're not happy, some of them are not happy, some of them are
yeah.
okay. So let's see how it goes in.
How it pans out.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
lot of cities are already basically encouraging this. So if you have already have a lot, go talk to the city. City is the best answer for you, like set up an appointment with them and
Yeah.
to them, they might help you out if you want to subdivide. And one more thing is like joining the lots.
Mm-hmm.
think we should talk about that. There are two lots. If you want to make it as in a single lot, that is also a good idea. Sometimes you have a neighbor who's trying to sell their house, correct? So in that cases, you can buy that and you can join the two lots and make it as a one single lot, and maybe you can build a bigger house also.
Oh, okay.
That is
Uh-huh.
one thing you can consider also,
Mm-hmm.
joining the lots. And one more thing is like I want to touch upon is the buying a land.
Mm.
Is that a good idea? Correct. I think
Right.
we talked about most of the times on this, but one more thing is like I found a lender who can do the land purchase. Basically, even with a 10% down. Yeah, earlier it used to be a 20% or a 30%. I have a lender who can do it with a 10% down. Also, if somebody wants to buy a land for a 10%, because right now the affordabilities are so tough, but they can wait for next few years, 4 5 years, but they just want to buy a land now.
Mm. Okay.
So again, we need to find out which areas they want to buy, correct? So based on that, but they have only 10% capital right now, or a down payment. They can start with this land purchase for a 10%, because you building that lot, right? Like you need to go with the city, work with the city. It might take you a few years if you're okay to wait for it. And one more thing is like if you want to buy a lot with the 4 or 5 friends, you can buy a bigger lot, subdivide it, build a 4 homes there. So for the friends, that might make you maybe a better option for you also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because instead of paying for a 2 million, but only thing is whenever you are doing this, time is the crucial stuff, like because it might not happen overnight. You need to wait out for an 1 year, 2 years, depending again on the zoning, depending on the place you are buying in. So you need to watch out for that.
Uh-huh.
Don't expect buy a lot you can build a house in next year. No, it again depends on 2 years, because you need to work with the contractor, you need to work with the city, you need to work with the architect, draw
Yes.
the plans, get it approved. Then basically that's why when you're buying a land, be careful the zoning, where does it stay,
Right.
what is the things you can do it. Always buying a land with a commercial mixed use in the city, I would say, is a game changer, or you are kind of in a good asset, but it's very tough to find. But if you have any questions on the land buying also, you can give us a call, and you can give me a call after the show, and I'm happy to answer you guys. And I have a listing in right now in a Fremont, sorry, in a San Jose. It is like 860 McCreary Avenue. It's a 3 bed 2 bath. It's a great investment option if somebody wants to buy it and rent it out, because it's in a corner lot next to a freeway. It's already has a 3 bed 2 bath and close to 1150 square footage where you can rent out. And if you want to build one more ADU in the backyard, rent out. It's a great asset.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there at open house from 1:30 to 4 there. And if somebody wants to come and say hi, do welcome. It's a 860 McCreary Avenue. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Nagrajana. It's a wealth of information. I was telling you last time also, one of my client got benefited from the EB
Yeah.
and other stuff.
Yes.
Thank you.
YouTube channel. You must like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, Nagraj. Excellent session today again. Thank you so much. This is Vijay Lakshmi for Real Estate Roundup. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful week ahead. Namaskar.
Namaskar.